Yeah. Hello guys. Welcome to Duncan Mike Speaks podcast. I know it's been it's been a while, very long while that I did I did this. But I felt like I had the urge to talk about something. This thing that I saw on social media. It really hurts me. It hurts me because it's another slap on the face of the church. I'll try as much as I can not to be derogatory because I feel a lot of disgust. So it's about this OPM pastor merging his adopted autistic son in marriage to a woman, to any woman actually. That's what maybe some of you have not even heard of the story. So the general overseer of OPM, the meaning now beats me a bit. Omega Power Ministry, I guess, had a baby dumped in his house years ago. He tried giving to the authorities, but they couldn't fend for him. So he had to, take him up as a son, take care of him. And the guy is sort of older now. And according to the GEO, the boy is becoming sexually active, in quotes, active by means of he doesn't understand his body, always having an erection whenever it is that he's around people. They see him exposing himself in the autistic school that he attends, and pastor, out of compassion, according to him, comes and says that anybody who decides to marry this guy, this autistic guy, someone who they bait for him, he cannot dress for himself and all that, because the news was that whenever it is they are baiting for him, he would have an erection and he masturbates quite a lot and all that. And he puts online that anybody who agrees to marry this boy will be given a house for life, salary for life, and all that, so that he can see where to channel his sexual energy to. And it really annoyed me. It did so much, because the church is supposed to be a citadel of learning. It's not just a spiritual house, it's a citadel of learning. It's where the right message is supposed to be disseminated, if you know what I mean. And again, I keep saying this, that the reason why the church faces a lot of criticism is because of stuff like this. This shouldn't be coming out from a church, to be fair. I doubt if it would even come out from other quarters, if I'm trying to be fair. But it did hurt me. It hurt me because while the pastor would, I get, and many people might ask, he's trying to help the boy, but I don't know if that was the perfect way to help the boy. First of all, it throws to question if the essence of marriage, is to meet sexual need. It throws, to doubt why people would not have an idea that money solves all problems, right? And I'm just wondering why, or what he thought would happen eventually. Because while he got a lot of stick on social media, while he got a lot of banter, a couple of days after, he came out with a feedback on social media to say, you know what, that he did not mean it that way. He did not mean to speak ill of the woman folk and all that, but it's just that a boy, that's the name of the guy, needed this, had this problem and all that. So well, people still came out to say, no, we're not going to agree, we're not a tool for this, for that. But 2 days afterwards, we see a boy in his suit marrying somebody, a woman who is probably twice, or if possible 3 times the age of a boy. And according, based to be fair, my personal opinion, they made a mockery of the Christian faith, because this woman goes on to say, oh, she was in her house, the Holy Spirit woke her up and said, this is your purpose, this is why. It really shocked me, sha. Just a mockery of the whole thing. Anyway, pastor gets them a hotel, a 5-star hotel, according to him, Golden Tulip, lodges them there, and they went on their honeymoon. Now, this is the part that really beats me, and it tells me that pastor did not put a lot of thoughts into his plan. Pastor just went ahead and did so many things, because the reactive action that happened afterwards. So pastor goes to the hotel as in next day or so to get an update, and he was asking her, are you a virgin? And I'm like, this question you didn't ask at the beginning. You did not think to vet a lot of things. The woman comes out to say she's not a virgin, she has 3 children. 3 children. Where is husband? Husband is late. He now start asking, where are you from? I don't know. If you cared so much for this boy, shouldn't you have asked this question at the very beginning? Did you even check to see if... Okay, so they put some clauses that a boy must not die. Then every 10 years she gets 10 million. She got 10 million at the beginning. The next 10 years that she will get another 20 million. The next 10 years they will get 30 million. And the first thought that came to my head is, pastor, how are you sure that either of any of us here, or the 3 of you in this conversation, would see the next 30 years? You just set a boy up. I don't know why. I don't doubt your intentions. You probably felt compassion, wanted to help this boy, but there are better ways you could have helped the boy. Now, don't get me started. You know, don't get me wrong. Even me, I thought of it, that what possible solutions could they help a boy with? And what I could come up with is, how about you get professional help for this boy? You have so much money, put him in a house. Let him have people who are professionals that would help him. You could go abroad with your money and find people that will take care of him. Take him abroad. There are homes. There are homes abroad. With your money, they will take care of him. Professionals. However it is they choose to go about it, but all things being equal, they will take care of him. He will get professional help. Because this is much more mental for me. If he can't control his urges and all that, then it's just not normal. So you put him in a house with a woman, all in the name that you've set them up for life. What makes you think that woman is not going to take your 10 million and run away? What makes you think that they will not, with the guise of going for a honeymoon or something, vacation, just go and leave the boy somewhere and go away? So I really don't know. It hurts me. What the painful part for me is, of course, like I said, they set a boy up, but that this is coming from the auspices of a church. That's the part that gets to me. You're sending out wrong messages. Wrong messages all around. You're sending out wrong messages that people can get married because they are offered money. Because that woman came for your money, whether you choose to believe it or not. You know that marriage is based off of sexual need. Even people who marry for love don't have sex every time. There are days that the woman or the man don't even have the urge for sex. And how do you think that will happen if all you are giving a boy out to this woman is just for a sexual need? You think she's going to just, you know? And this woman that I saw, I don't know her age, a couple of years, she's probably hitting menopause. So how is she going to handle that side of it, where the urge for sex is not really her bone of contention? So I don't know. It pay me, it pay me, no. It pay me because the church should be a citadel of learning, where we should, go about things the right way. You've set out a nasty precedent now that ladies can, as long as there's money there, just marry. It's not marry for love, don't marry for feelings. Not there is something that you could be compelled to do. And for a boy, I have a lot of pity and sympathy for him, because I don't even know how best to say this, but I reckon that in a couple of years something drastic happens. I just feel it. I just feel it. I'm not spelling doom for them, but is it that marriage doesn't work, or you come out now, you now hear something that's something happened to somebody, or there's going to be a breakup, because those things, that's how it usually would end, trust me. Because if the foundation is faulty, there's nothing that the righteous can do. This foundation is super faulty. This foundation is super faulty, and we need to do better. I don't know the pastor. I've always just heard him on social media, go about some things, right? Like the two guys in Chicken Republic that were dancing, I know he took them abroad to school, and those boys came out, and that's the only time I hear about this pastor. I've never listened to his messages. Omega Power Ministries, just hear, it's usually when something like this happened that you hear about him. So I don't have any right to cast any kind of aspersion as to his character or this thing, but I respect the office that he holds. He's a pastor. But this one, what you do, sir, it just wasn't it. I'm sorry to say, sir. I believe that there's still time to undo this travesty that you have created. This video might not get to you, but I'm sure you'll probably be seen by somebody who is either close to you or goes to your church or something. They should just help me share it to him. I think you've set a boy up. Annul that marriage as fast as you can, sir. That marriage is bound for, I don't want to say doom, but it's not going to work. Use your money, that money you have, sir. Take abroad to their homes that are set up, and in this part of the world, of course, we don't have such, but I'm sure abroad there are homes set up for autistic people for life. They take care of them. You just be paying premium, right? They take care of them and all that. As for the sexual, that stuff is mental, and they have professionals that can help him with it. How they will get that through to him, I don't know. I'm not a medical practitioner, but I'm sure that there's a way around it. Getting him married is not the solution, as far as I'm concerned. It's never the solution. That thing is not going to work. It is not going to work. You will just assume that things would go the way you expect, but it would not. It would not. I understand that you have compassion for this boy, and you felt like this is the best way to go about it. But trust me, you're not helping him. And as for said he was masturbating in public places, you think he'd get married that masturbation would not stop? Or that you think masturbation would stop all of a sudden because he has somebody that he could go to? Just like everything that greed does at the beginning, trust me, greed. That woman initially now, she'll say it's the Spirit of God that led her. Of course, she's saying 10 million, she's going to be happy. But trust me, she will take a step that even you will be shocked, sir. Just like how she did not reveal to you that she's a mother of 3 until after she got married. I don't know how it's going now, but sir, sir, you can still do the right thing. Quickly annul it now. Trust me. Take my voice as the voice of God. Best way you can do to look at it. Please annul it, sir. It's the wrong way to go. Just seek better help for him. There are institutions abroad, and don't get me started on Nigeria. I probably will start this series on this country and the hardship and the desire for people to look away and to support nasty things in this part of the world. But Ojoro, it's not that day for that. Uncle Mike Speaks has decided to just talk today about it because it's something that is dear to my heart. The church is supposed to be a citadel of learning. Christians supposed to be the bedrock. You have good character, it's supposed to be with you. You are supposed to speak out against, not this thing that we're doing now. You know, and when money too much at times, you don't begin to wonder, I can just do anything and get it done with. So let me know what you guys think. I know that I might not have spoken the voice of a lot of people here today. Maybe people feel like, I know, Uncle Mike, you're just being critical. It's not so bad. Yes, maybe this or that. Let me know. Let me know. I'll be posting this on my socials. I'll post on my YouTube channel. And then please like, share, subscribe. I really want to know your opinions on this. What liking and subscribing helps me to do is to push the message further. Let it get to OPM. I'll probably tag OPM, tag and all the like, so that let's see if they will get to it, because I need this to get to him. Let him just say, I'm not castigating him as a man of God. Like I said, I've never listened to his messages before, so I don't know. I'm not casting any aspersion on his character. I don't know him like that. But this one, he didn't get it right. He didn't get it right. And there's nothing sinful in me telling you, sir, that you just didn't get this right. So let me know what you guys think again, sir. And like I said, Uncle Mike is, I keep saying I'm back, but just take me the way I am now. I'll just be speaking on things, I'll be posting. Of course, you guys will be sharing your feedback, and God will help us all. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. I love you guys, but remember that God loves you more. Bye-bye.